Recently, I read a book. It's called The Magic of Thinking Big. It's a book that's full of ideas. It's a book that makes you think. It's a book with lessons that we see not only today, but also in the past. Okay, we're going to ancient China. Welcome to the Sui dynasty. It's a powerful dynasty that just united China after a few centuries of being apart. It has unity, power, and can create the longest canal in the world, which, by the way, is still around. There's a little problem, however. In the northeast, a small kingdom called Goguryeo is launching small raids on the Sui border. It's also the only neighboring kingdom that refuses to consider itself to be below Sui. Emperor Wen of Sui does not like this. He tells Goguryeo to stop raiding Sui's borders and to acknowledge Sui as their overlord. In response, Goguryeo launches a small invasion on the Sui border. This makes the Sui crap not one, not two, but 3 whole concrete bricks. Now, one of the lessons of the magic of thinking big is considering whether a problem is really important. Was it really important to overreact to a kingdom a fraction of your size for launching small raids on your least densely populated areas? Was it really important to wage costly wars when your resources were already spent from building the world's largest canal? Well, for Emperor Wen, the answer was hell yes. The Sui sent 300,000 soldiers and a huge fleet to Goguryeo. And they fail. Most of the soldiers die and their fleet is nearly annihilated by storms and strong coastal defense. That's the first invasion. There's 3 more. During the second invasion, a new emperor enters. His name is Yang. This time he's even more concerned with unimportant things. He orders all his generals to not move troops without his command. His inability to think big and micromanaging the unimportant things leads to the Sui losing several critical battles. King Yangyang of Goguryeo, however, thinks differently. He thinks big. He's willing to temporarily give up territory in exchange for a better defensive position. Rather than focusing on the little battles and arbitrary changes in territory, he looks at the scope of the entire war. Hence, he loses battles, but he wins the war. The third and fourth invasions aren't too different. Each time the Sui are defeated, costing hundreds of thousands of lives, if not millions, all for the sake of losing the trust of the people of Sui. Soon, the Sui dynasty breaks apart, and not from an invasion, but from internal rebellions from people who had lost their trust in a leader who wasted resources and lives. The Sui broke apart because their leader couldn't think big. He focused on the small, unimportant things, and that made him lose sight of what was really important. Maybe there's something to learn from this. How might you start thinking bigger? Leave a comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.